I think I have shared these problems yesterday itself, right? Hope
Yes, sir.
you have noted these problems. So that's why I will quickly go through the solution part. First of all, read the problem once. Okay. On an average, I think 6th problem is over or not?
No, sir. 5 completed.
Okay. So on an average, two emergency cases are received in a week period at a hospital. Determine the probability that there are 3 or less emergency cases in 2-week period and exactly 8 emergency cases in a 3-week period. Is it not similar to the uh, fifth problem? Per hour, lambda equal to 2 is given. For 3 hours, what is lambda? 2 plus 2 plus 2.
6.
Okay, in a similar way, okay, for 1 week, 2 emergency cases. And the question is asked about 2-week period. For 2-week period, emergency cases, average emergency cases will be 2 plus 2, 4 emergency cases. Am I right? So for this problem, take lambda equal to 4 and find out the probability, whatever is asked. Okay, what is your random variable here? X equal to number of emergency cases received in a 2-week period. Do you agree? Because the question is about 2-week period probability. So you have to define the random variable x equal to number of emergency cases received in a 2-week period with lambda equal to how much? Lambda equal to 4. Do you agree? And for the second problem, you have to define the binomial random variable again separately. Okay, in a 3-week period. So for a 3-week period, lambda would be 2 plus 6. Okay, so you define some y equal to number of emergency cases received in a 3-week period with lambda equal to 6. Then you find out the binomial probability, that probability of x equal to 8. I think in 6th problem you can do it. Okay, which is similar to that of 5th problem. Okay, I am leaving it as an exercise to you. 6th problem is homework. You all of you do this problem. Now note down the 7th problem. Determine the probability that 2 out of 120 books will be defective if it is known that 5% of the books are defective. If it is known that 5% of the books are defective. First one, use binomial distribution. Second one, use Poisson approximation to binomial distribution. Okay, so we'll solve this problem by using both the distributions and we'll compare the values. Okay, so first of all, do you agree that the experiment is a Bernoulli experiment? If you want to apply binomial distribution, the experiment must be Bernoulli experiment. Am I right? So in a Bernoulli experiment, what is n here? What is n here? N. N is the total number of trials. In this case, what are the trials? 120. N equal to 120. Is that okay? And there is only 2 possibilities, either defective or non-defective. Is that okay? In our case, we are asked to find out the probability that 2 books are defective. So that means what? Our success means getting a defective book, right? So success is getting a defective book. So there are only 2 possibilities: success, failure. That means defective is success, non-defective is failure. Okay. So and the books are independent. Okay. Defectiveness of one book does not going to affect the other book. Therefore, the process is a Bernoulli process, or the experiment is a Bernoulli experiment. Therefore, you can find out the answer probability through binomial distribution. Okay. So we'll write the data first, problem number 7, and then see what it is. Okay. So problem number 7. So how I am going to define? Let x equal to, so let us say part A. Part A is about okay. So let x equal to number of all of you write down number of defective books. books found. Number of defective books found out of how many? 120 books. Number of defective books found out of 120 books. Okay. So here n equals to 120. What is P? Probability of defective book. What will be probability of defective book? That we have to find out. Okay. So, but what is given?
5% of books are defective.
Percent of books are defective.
Okay. So, given that 5% of the books, okay, this is on an average. On an average, 5% of the books are defective. Okay, that means what? 5% of 120 means what? Average means what? Average means so this implies that mu equal to 5% of 120. Okay, 5% of 120. How much that is? 5 by 100 into 120. How much it is?
6.
But what is mu? But what is the formula for mu in binomial distribution?
U of x.
Let us write here first. Okay, so clearly x is a binomial random variable. Is a binomial random variable. Okay, so when it is a binomial random variable, what will be the formula for the mean?
NP.
NP equal to 6. Is it okay? So when NP equal to 6, and you know what is n value? What is n value?
1.
120 into P is equals to 6. Therefore, P equal to
0.05.
6 by 120. 0.05. So what do you mean by P? Probability of success. That means what? Probability of defective book. Okay. Now you can see the probability is very, very less, and the number of trials are more. Okay. Now what is the question asked about? Now, what is the probability that there are 2 defective books? Am I right?
Yes, sir.
What is the probability that there are 2 defective books? That means what? Probability that x equal to 2, because we defined x equal to number of defective books. What is the formula for a binomial distribution? NC2 P power 2 Q power n minus 2, where Q equal to 1 minus P equal to 1 minus 0.05 equal to 0.95. So this is what? 120 C2 0.05 whole square into 0.95 whole power 118. Okay, since n equal to 120. Now use your calculator and compute this value. Can the calculator compute this? I think it will.
0.0003.
0.0003.
388.
So let us for 388. So let us call it as 39. If you are rounding to 4 decimals, it will be 4. Is it okay? So this is one way of computing the binomial probability. Okay, but you note that, okay, because the probability is very less, because the probability is very less, and the events are independent, and n is also more relatively higher. So instead of approximating this instead of computing this binomial probability, I could compute this binomial probability. I could approximate this binomial probability with Poisson probability. Okay. So what I'm going to write now, alternatively.
Sir, the value is 0.04, sir. Actually,
Yes,
I took
sir.
12.
Any mistake?
Yes, sir. The value is
0.0419, sir.
Okay, 0.0419.
19.
What is the next decimal?
78.
Then 0.0420. Okay. So 20. Okay. So what I'm telling now, alternatively. Okay. Alternate method. What is the alternate method? Poisson approximation. Poisson approximation to binomial distribution. Poisson approximation to binomial distribution. I don't know why I'm not getting this. Okay. So okay, leave it. Now what I'm telling. So since because average number of defective items is given already. Okay, so I would like to use that data. Okay, so where is method? Okay, since n is large, okay, so since p is equal to 0.05, which is large, which is very small, and n equal to 120 is relatively large, okay, we could approximate binomial probability with binomial probability with the Poisson probability. That is what I am telling. Okay. So with lambda equals to np equal to, what is the np? 5% of 120. How much? Equal to 6. Okay. Therefore, random variable is same. What is the random variable? X equal to
Number of books defective.
Number of defective books. Let X equal number of defective books. Okay, so let us not write down out of 120, because for Poisson probability we don't need, or we don't mind the upper limit. Okay, so what I want is lambda. If I want lambda, then whatever the probability I want, I can find out. So what is my case? Okay, So then
PMF.
the PMF of the Poisson distribution. Okay, distribution is given by P of x equal to x is equals to, now f of x comma lambda equal to, let us write down the formula first, e power minus lambda power x by x factorial. Okay, with x equal to 0, 1, 2 and so on. Okay, now what I want is probability that there are two defective books. That means what I want is f of 2 comma 6. So this is e power minus 2 into 6 power 2 by 2 factorial. Can you use your calculator?
Lambda is
0.0446.
Lambda is how much? Lambda is 6 only, no? Average.
minus lambda, no, sir.
E power?
E power minus 6.
E power minus 6, I agree. E power minus lambda. Right? So e power minus 6 into 6 power 2 by 2 factorial. What is this value?
0.0446.
0, 4,
4.
6. Huh?
Yes, sir.
What is the fifth decimal?
1.
1. Okay. So this is 0.0446 and this value 0.0420. Okay. So is it not a closer value? 0.04. This is 0. This is this is 0.04, 0.04246. Okay, so the values are almost the same. Okay, so that's why whenever n is large, for large values of n, for small values of p, instead of using the binomial probability, use the Poisson probability to get the answer. Okay, so therefore okay, exact value. Okay, so p of x equal to, let us summarize this. What is that value given? 0.04. What is the first value?
0.042.
0.42. Okay, by binomial distribution. Okay, and p of x equal to 2 equal to 0.0446 by Poisson distribution. In exams, no one will tell you apply Poisson distribution, apply binomial distribution. Okay, depending on the problem, depending on the situation. Okay, you apply the suitable distribution and get the answer. Is that okay? So if you're asked to apply both the distributions, we have to do the problem like this. But if you're asked to find out the probability without mentioning which distribution to be applied, then whether you do in this way or in this way, you will get marks. Do you understand? This is the most important problem to understand the concept of both binomial and Poisson distributions. When to apply binomial, when to apply Poisson. Okay, so for small values of n up to 20, I think you can directly apply binomial distribution. If n is more, and probability must be very less, because this is to apply for rare events. Remember, when the probability is very less, okay, and n is relatively large, you can approximate binomial probability with the Poisson probability. Okay, shall I proceed to the next problem? Shall I?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Now go through the problem number 8. If 1 in every 1,000 of computers produced is defective, determine the probability that a random sample of 8,000 will yield fewer than 7 defective computers. Okay. If 1 in every 1,000 computers produce, so what is lambda? Lambda
One.
equal to 1 per 1000. Okay.
One
For
by
8,000, what will be lambda?
8.
8. So lambda, you take lambda equal to 8 and find the probability that x less than or equal to 7. Am I right? So it is direct binomial Poisson probability, right? So probability, what you are asked to find out is probability that fewer than 7 means what? X less than 7. Is that okay? Okay, x less than 7, which is equal to x less than or equal to 8. Okay, so if you want to do it in through binomial probability, what will be n?
8,000.
8,000.
N will be 8,000. What will be p? What will be p?
8.
No. See, again you can do it in two ways. First method is binomial probability.
1 by 1,000. 8 by
Yes, x equal to number of defective computers. Okay, one way is method 1. In method 1 you can apply directly binomial probability, but that is not suggestible. N equal to 8,000. Okay, p equal to 1 by 1,000. 1 out of 1,000. That means 0.0001. Am I right? No. 0.001. Am I right? So you can see probability is very less and n is very large. So question is asked about probability that x less than 7 or probability that x less than or equal to 6. One way of doing this is sigma r equal to 0 to 6. Okay. NCR p power r q power n minus r. 0. Can you tell me? 990. No? 999. No? Now you cannot find out this through distribution table. Distribution table will not contain 8,000 values. Can you see that? So manually you have to compute 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay. So this is one way of doing this. Okay. What is the method 2? You have to find out 7 binomial properties and take the sum. Okay. Method 2 is using Poisson approximation. Okay. So given lambda equal to 1 out of 1,000. Okay, which is average number of defective computers. So this implies that out of 8,000, how much?
8.
Lambda equal to 8.
8.
Okay. Now you're asked to find out the probability that x less than 7, which is equal to probability that x less than or equal to 6, which is nothing but summation r equal to 0 to 6, probability that x equal to r. This is summation r equal to 0 to 6 f of x comma r. This is summation r equal to 0 to 6 e power minus lambda power r by r factorial. What is lambda here?
8.
8.
8. That's it. Okay. Here also you have to find out 6 probabilities. Okay, you have to find out 7 probabilities.
1
Is that
minus
okay?
P of. We can.
Say I said where is upper limit? Tell me. So if you want to say p of x less than or equal to 6, how can you write 1 minus p of? X greater than 7. What is the upper limit? Upper limit is 8,000, no? You have to find out thousands of probabilities. That one is easier or this one is easier? Do you agree?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Always never try to convert into greater than. Always always try to convert into less than or equal to, so that if you have the cumulative distribution table, look at the distribution table and copy the value. If you don't have the sufficient number of data in the table, you have to compute that manually. Is that okay? So you please do it later. Tell me the answer in the next class. It is only a computation of mathematical computation. I suppose you are good at that because you have sufficient practice in NTTC. Just use your calculator, find out 6 probabilities and find out 7 probabilities and add those probabilities. So this problem is just similar to that of previous problem. Okay, so you can do it through binomial probability, which is not suggestible because for very small values of p, okay, large values of n, better to approximate with the Poisson distribution. Okay, now look at the problem number 9. Problem number 9. Read this. Given that the probability of an accident in a day in an industry is 0.005, and assuming that the accidents are independent in given period of 1 year, determine the probability that there will be an accident in 1 day. There are at most 3 days with an accident, between 4 and 8 days of accident. Again, this is a direct usage of now instead of doing in two methods, we try to directly do the problem using the Poisson distribution. Okay, so there are only two possibilities. On a day there may be an accident, there may not be an accident, right? So there may be accident. So there are two possibilities like success and failure. Okay, and probability of the probability of success, that means there is a day with an accident is 0.005, which is very less. Okay, and the accidents are independent in a given period of 1 year. Okay, what is the determine the probability that there is an accident in 1 day? There are at most 3 days with an accident, between 4 to 8 accidents. Okay, probability that, so in a period of 1 year, let us add that in a period of 1 year, let us add this. Otherwise it is difficult to compute lambda. Lambda is what, if we want to find out lambda with the help of binomial average. Binomial average gives NP. Okay, P is given. See, P is given. Unless you have N, you cannot find out NP, which can be used to compute the Poisson distribution. This one. Okay, so because if the question is asked about a period of 2 years, then you have to multiply. You have to take another N. Okay, did you understand? So let us write down whatever is written in the problem. Okay, so how do you define the random variable now?
Number
Number of days with
of
accident.
Yes, let x equal to number of days with an accident, with accidents out of. The question is all about asking about he is asking about 1 year. 1 year means what? How many days?
365.
Okay. Instead of defining x equal to number of days with an accident, if you write a number of accident, the entire problem will be misread. Is that clear? We are not defining x equal to number of accident. We are defining x equal to number of days with an accident because the question is asked about find out the probability that there will be a day with an accident. There will be 2 days with an accident. There will be 4 days to say 8 days with an accident. Okay. So whatever the probability you are asked, you have to define the random variable accordingly. Okay. So don't just write x equal to number of accident. It is not number of accidents. Okay. So what is so clearly x is a binomial random variable, okay, with n equal to how much? 365. And what is the probability given that p equal to probability of day with an accident? So how much? 0.005. Am I right?
Yes, sir.
Therefore, q equals to 1 minus p is equals to 1 minus 0.005 equal to, can you please tell me? I am not good at 0.095. Okay, I don't think we really need q because we are not I'm not going to apply binomial distribution. I want to apply Poisson approximation to binomial distribution. No? Therefore mu equal to np 365 into 0.005. Can you tell me? Just round off the number. 1.825. 1.825. Let us say 1.3. 1.83. Okay. Days per year. This may be useful because sometimes if you ask about 2-year period or 3-year period, you have to change the lambda. Okay. Now what I'm going to do? Okay. Let approximate. Okay. So let us to find. Okay. Since n is large. Is large and p is very small, we can approximate, or we will approximate the binomial probabilities with the Poisson probabilities. If you write this clearly, then people will understand why he is okay. Poisson probabilities. Okay, give proper argument, give proper reasoning, then people will convince. Okay, binomial Poisson probabilities. Okay, with lambda equals to, with mu equal to lambda equals to, okay, or if you want lambda equal to or lambda approximately equal to, because we are all approximating. Okay, np equal to 1.83. okay, with PMF. Therefore f of x comma lambda equals to probability that there will be x number of occurrences equal to e power minus lambda into lambda power x by x factorial, x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and so on. Okay, now what is the first question? What is the probability that there is a day with an accident, right? That means x equal to 1. That means e power minus lambda into lambda power 1 by 1 factorial. What is lambda here? E power minus 1.83 into 1.83 power 1 by 1 factorial. Use your calculator.
Point 2935.
See, always before doing calculation itself, round off your fix the number of decimals to 4 in your calculator. 29
3, 6.
3 6.
36. Okay. So every time you don't need to look for fifth decimal. If you fix the number of decimals to 4 decimals, okay, you can directly tell the value. What is the next question?
At most 3 days with accident.
At most 3 days with an accident. Okay, probability that at most 3 days means what? X less than or equal to 3. X less than or equal to 3. So this is what sigma x equal to 0 to 3. P of x equal to 0. P of x equal to x. So this is summation x equal to 0 to 3 f of x comma lambda. Lambda is how much? 1.83. Do we have distribution table for it? 1.83. Do we have distribution table? Let us see.
No, sir, we have for 1.8.
1.8. Okay. 1.8. Okay. So then we shall take 1.8 for the time being. Okay. If you really improve the accuracy, what you have to do? You have to find out 4 by Poisson probability separately for x equal to 0, 1, 2, 3 and add. Okay. If you think it's okay to take with 1.8, then you can use the cumulative distribution table. Okay. So let me see what it is. Where it is? I will return Poisson distribution table. I don't have 1.8. 1.8 it is there, right? So 1.8 and x equal to how much value? 3. So this is
8913.
0.8913. Can you see it? So 0.8913. So what I will do? So here, so you okay for the time being, okay. I'm taking it as x equal to 0 to 3 f of x comma 1.8 only. Okay, I'm writing it clearly so that 0.8913. Yeah?
Yes, sir. 0.8913.
8913. Okay. See, it's all.
Sir, if we calculate, we get
0.8864.
8864.
84.
8864.
8864.
If lambda equal to 1.83, a 0.8264.
8864, sir.
8864. Okay. So almost a 0.8 and 0.89, right? Okay. So this is fine. So if somebody is able to calculate, then I will write here 1.83. Okay. 1.83. Then the value will be 0.8864. So, okay. So what is the last one? I think you can find out last one in a similar way, right? What is the third one? Probability that
Between 4 and 8.
let us include
4
4 and 8 also. That means 4 less than or equal to x less than or equal to 8. Okay, you can do it in 2 ways. What are the 2 ways? Can you tell me? F of 8 minus f of 3. You take the cumulative probabilities. If you take 1.8 as the lambda value, we can look at the distribution table and copy the values. Otherwise, you have to find out the probabilities from 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 5 probabilities you have to find out with lambda equal to 1.83 and take this sum. Okay, it's all depends on how you do the problem. Okay, so tell me this answer later. Okay, is that clear? So I can write it as a summation x equal to 4 to 8 f of x comma lambda.
0.1135, sir.
With by looking at the distribution table or what?
No,
By
sir,
computing
calculate.
point
1135.
111
35.
1135. Please check others. Please check this. Okay. So that's about. So here I did not use the first method. I did not apply binomial distribution. I directly approximated binomial distribution with the Poisson distribution because the p is very less. Okay. Shall I proceed?
Yes, sir.
Next problem number 10. 10 we'll see later. Okay. 10 I would like to discuss separately. If you want to try, you can try this. I'm not telling whether this is binomial distribution or Poisson distribution. I don't know whether some distribution is suitable or not also. Whether you have to do this problem by just basic method of probability. Nothing I'm telling. I'm just writing some problem. You understand this problem and tell me how to do this, how to solve this problem in tomorrow's class. Okay. So nothing I'm talking about this at present. You just think of it and tell me how to solve this, how to tackle this problem. Okay. And like fitting of binomial distribution, we have a problem on fitting of Poisson distribution. All of you copy this problem once. This is the last problem in Poisson distribution. Fit a Poisson distribution to the following data. What is this distribution called?
Frequency distribution.
Frequency distribution.
Please remember it. Okay. So this is a frequency distribution. So all of you note down this problem. Okay. So I'm going to copy that here. Okay. So the question is about to fit a Poisson distribution to the following data. Okay. So you remember how we did this problem in binomial distribution? What we did is we computed the average. Using the average, we computed the small p. Okay. Once you have small p, using that small p, we computed probabilities for x equal to 0, x equal to 1, and so on, x equal to n. Then once you have the probabilities, we multiplied each probability with the total frequency, and we got the expected number of expected frequency. Whatever you are seeing now is the observed frequency. X equal to 0, the observed frequency is 142. For x equal to 1, observed frequency is 156. Like that, for x equal to 5, observed frequency is 1. Now you can see the number of values are ranging from 0 to 5. There is a limit. That means what? Again, this is Poisson approximation to binomial distribution only, because n is given in Poisson distribution. There is no upper limit for n. Whenever you see an upper limit for n, that is not a Poisson distribution. At most, you are approximating a binomial distribution with the Poisson distribution. Okay. So now let us find out the average of this frequency distribution. Okay. Compute this. The mean or average of the above frequency distribution given frequency distribution is given by mu. What is the formula for mu? Sigma fi into xi by
Sigma fi.
sigma fi. So this is, write down.
So you're getting 1.
1.
Yes, sir.
Okay, fine. So 0 into 142 plus 1 into 156 plus 2 into 69 plus 3 into 27 plus 4 into 5 plus 5 into 1 divided by 142 plus 152 6 plus 69 plus 27 plus 5 plus 1. Can you tell me the numerator?
So 400.
400.
400 by 400. Eh?
400.
Yes.
400 by 400 equal to 1.
1.
Okay. For a Poisson distribution, what is mean? Lambda. Am I right? What is lambda in this case? 1. Is it okay?
Yes.
And f of x comma lambda is equal to f of x comma lambda equal to e power minus lambda into lambda power x by x factorial. X equal to 0, 1 and so on. Let us not write down the upper limit. Okay. Now compute the binomial probabilities. Okay. Sorry, Poisson probabilities. Probability that x equal to x equal to 0. F of x comma 0 comma lambda equal to how much? Probability of x equal to 1. F of 1 comma lambda. Probability of x equal to 2. F of 2 comma lambda. What is the lambda formula? E power minus lambda into lambda power 0 by 0 factorial. That means e power minus 1 into 1 power 0 by
0.3679.
yes, yes. I'm having difficulty in writing the board. Okay. 1 power 0 by 0 factorial. What is this value?
0.379. 3679.
0.79. Okay. So like that, you please find out the remaining values. E power minus lambda into lambda power 1 by 1 factorial.
Same 0.3679, sir.
Okay.
Yes, sir. Same.
Same value. Okay. Compute the remaining probabilities.
0.1839 for x is equals to 2.
Zero point
1840.
0.0306.
03 0
7.
07.
Sir, it's 0.0613.
Yes, sir.
Which
X equals to 3.
X is equals to 3.
0.0.
613.
Okay. Make it fast.
0.0153, sir.
Like it, how many values? Up to 5 values. Okay.
0.0031, sir.
Zero point
31.
Okay, so you can do this using recurrence formula also. If you remember the recurrence formula, f of x plus 1 we computed as lambda by x plus 1 into f of x, right?
Yes.
So these are the probabilities. Now we find out the total frequency. What total frequency is given capital N. Frequency equal to N equal to sigma Fi equal to 400. Okay. Therefore, expected frequency. Expected frequencies are equal to P of x equal to x into N. Okay, so what you do, you multiply each probability with 400 and round off to an integer, and therefore, okay,
399.78 will get, sir.
frequency distribution. Okay, let me copy this. So what I'm telling, f of x is equal to n into probability of x equal to x multiplied with the capital N. Can you tell me this one? Multiply the first
147.
probability. Multiply
47.
the first probability with 400. Huh?
147.
Yes, sir. 147.
147. Okay. Later you can adjust the values so that the total frequency is 400. So 147. Huh?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Similarly,
Next is 147.
next one is also 147.
Next one is 74,
74,
24,
25,
25,
6,
1.
6, 1.
So
Okay.
exactly 400, sir.
Exactly 400. What was the so this is the expected frequency. Okay. So what was the observed frequency we got? 0, 147, 142. Okay. 156, 147, 74, 69, 27, 25, 5, 6, 1, 1. Okay. So fine. Okay. So this is how we compute we fit the frequency, we fit the Poisson distribution to the given frequency distribution. Okay. So whether it is binomial distribution or Poisson distribution, you have to find out the probabilities. So how to find out the probability depends upon the formula for the PMF. So in case of binomial distribution, we require N and P. Okay. Whereas in Poisson distribution, we require lambda. Okay. If you don't know lambda, you can approximate that lambda with the average of the frequency distribution. Okay. So in the previous problems, we approximated lambda with the binomial average, which is NP. In this, we approximated lambda with the frequency distribution average. Is this clear to all of you? Okay. So go through the 10th problem once. Okay, and tell me how to do that. And to tomorrow's class, we are going to start the normal distribution, which is a continuous probability distribution. So far, we discussed about binomial and Poisson. These two are discrete probability distributions. Okay. Tomorrow, we are going to discuss about normal distribution, which you don't know. You said you know up to binomial and Poisson. So don't miss tomorrow's class. Everyone must attend without fail. Introduction is very, very important, and the most important distribution of probability, which is normal distribution. Okay. I'm stopping the class now. Let me take the attendance once.